Well, what about the future? What's next?
Well, what we have to do, we're into some, this is a turning point now for us in this country. As we become more brown and more yellow and more black, as we, the next, 30 years, 30, 40 years, we can't fear that. We can't fear that. We have to, we have to work to embrace our increasing diversity. If we don't,
But so many people are afraid of it.
They're afraid of it.
People in the majority,
they feel it's less
lose the
power.
majority. People in the minority, the other minority is going to take my place.
That's right.
How do you make people? How can we make? Our whole history is trying to get people to overcome fear.
I know.
How do you do that?
I know. I wish I had the answer, Julian. All I can say is that we have to undertake the effort. And what I'm hopeful is that as we become more diverse, that people will have greater interaction. It's going to come from smaller communities, families, neighbors. Although we're more segregated now than we have been in the past, and we're really segregated. And I'm just hopeful that we can get a national discussion going on, but it has to start locally. That, look, this is happening, we won't fear it, that for the sake of our country, still being where we are, it means that this is not a problem, but this diversity issue is something that has to be embraced, and we cannot.
We're roughly a couple of months from the end of the Clinton administration,
yes,
which tried to start this discussion.
Yeah,
and it didn't happen.
Well, that was a problem there. You got to have a certain moral force.
Mm-hmm.
There's a strong moral argument here, and people have to know that they will listen. And rightly or wrongly, these people haven't listened to this president on these issues, although he has understood them. He hadn't been able to get people to act on them. But we can't leave it up to the president. We can't leave it up to the president. It's got to be wider and deeper than that. And we really have to impact on the education community. We have to start working with the unions and the teachers and the public education, the academic institutions, that train our folk. And it's a massive grassroots effort.
But you
think
we can do it?
We can't fail.
Well,
we don't have the luxury of failing.